Get into the 420, damn it!
So what are you doing?
Nothing.
Nothing? Why not?
Trying to get on this Lifestyle Radio website.
Sounds like a cool website.
Yeah, it's alright. Oh, wait, I might have it.
You might have it.
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
The opinions expressed during this show are those of the individual participants and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of their associated organizations or Lifestyle Radio.
You like music, you like weed, well, we gonna be good friends indeed. This is how much I like more than smoking trees. They'll make you dance the do-si-do and teach you how the chiba grows. Smoke a bowl on the 420 radio show. On Lifestyle Radio.
Oh. Hello, gentlemen. What's going on? Uh-oh. Marcel, unmute yourself.
I was stirring my hot chocolate and you didn't want to hear that.
So,
now you're going to hear me go slurp, so.
It's okay. Let's all hear it. Cheers.
Oh, it's good too. A little chocolatey.
I'm just having some Tetley.
Hot tea. What's Dale drinking?
Tonight, I'm drinking a little bit of vodka tonight.
Oh.
I
Shouldn't be, but I am.
How do you mix your vodka?
Oh, I'm pretty boring. I just put a little bit of juice in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you know how I mix mine?
You like the screwdrivers, do you?
Nope. Mix mine with dill pickle.
Oh,
Dill pickle.
So you take not crappy like Smirnoff vodka. You take a good vodka and put it in the freezer so it's ice cold, and put shot glasses in the freezer so they're nice and ice cold. And you take a big dill pickle and you cut it up into nice chunks. And you fill up your ice cold shot glass with your ice cold Stoli and down the shot and eat the dill pickle. And for people that don't like vodka, they love this. For people who don't like dill pickles, they love this.
Really?
And the first time I had it was a bunch of Russian lawyers and shit showed me this stuff. And but I was at this resort, so I couldn't drink. I had 2 of them, and I couldn't have any more because I had to drive home. But on the way home, I stopped and picked up a bottle of alcohol or a bottle of vodka, and took it to the wine chilling thing and stuck it in there and left it to get super cold. Then I brought it home and woke my brother up, and that's what we did. Is we drank the quart of vodka with dill pickles, and he hates dill pickles. Yeah, we got drunk. But it's so good.
I don't like the even the smell of pickle juice.
But if it's not a good vodka, like if you ever had Stoliechna vodka,
no,
it's got a red and white label, and most people just call it Stoli. If you try that after you've tried Smirnoff, you'd never drink Smirnoff again.
Really?
It's worth the $2 more a quart.
Crazy.
Vodka's finicky because it depends on how it's done. In the States, you can buy vodka, or you used to. I remember you used to get like a 60-ounce bottle for $8 or something like that. And it was vodka.
Wow.
But it was so horrible. Like, it was such a shitty tasting vodka. What the college kids would do is they would go and buy that vodka, then take it home and filter it 2 or 3 times and make it drinkable.
Okay.
Right? Because if it's not filtered and cleaned, and it's got a lot of aftertaste in it from the production, then it's not good vodka. It was just something that was pumped out quick.
I've been learning a lot about that stuff. I watch Moonshiners, and now they've got there's another show now where they have the 3 sets of people come and kind of see who's the best moonshiner.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's pretty good, actually.
Cool.
Who else am I supposed to... Oh, Lenny. I'm just tagging everybody.
Yeah, Lenny may or may not be here.
It's his birthday, or his daughter's birthday.
Daughter's birthday, so he's got a house full of girls.
Yes. Screaming.
His dog. The last
girl.
I saw, the dog was hiding with Lenny, so.
Yes.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Looked pretty comfy.
Well, it's a sweet 16 party, so. And then Darcy
Teenagers.
says he can't connect to his internet.
The internet. But yet his neighbor next door to him is sitting right here.
We might have different providers, though.
His response was that you have a better provider than he does.
But he's okay to listen.
Well, no, we've been texting back and forth.
I know, but you know he's listening.
Oh, I'll ask him.
Yeah, see if you can catch him. Are you listening? Yeah.
Oh, I have to do it really quick before it gets to him, before he hears it on the show. Because he just heard you saying that, and he'll go, no.
What did you put on the thing here, dude?
What?
Call your member of parliament and tell them to demand Justin Trudeau meet the convoy or face a confiance vote?
Confidence.
Oh, a non-confidence vote. Oh,
yeah, I meant to change that.
Here, let's change that to something a little non-political, like have any questions? And we'll put this other one. Put the other one up too, buddy.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, there we go.
Here, let's
we're playing. We're getting used to.
We're figuring this crap out.
Hey, Token Pirate, how you doing? We're trying to figure this out, and I've made a whole bunch of video thingies that we're going to try today, and see if we can, make this thing work good. Mary Jane comes. She was supposed to do something today.
Yeah, I don't know. Well,
I did her show yesterday.
I did her show on Wednesday.
Yeah. And yeah, I've never actually. We get a lot of requests to do interviews, but we don't.
Yeah, it's not very often.
Not very often. That was my first.
Oh, it wasn't my first. My problem is, though,
I know.
Every time I've done these interviews, and I did one with Corey Yellen, love her to death.
Yep.
But every time she replays it, I get messages from all over the planet.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Well, that makes sense.
Oh, he says he's not listening to the show because he's got no data on his phone. So we'll let that one slide for now.
I wish we had a little bit more interaction. When I first started doing the show, the key part of the show, when you were still, when you just came into picture, was the interaction thing. I liked the interaction. So if you want to call in on Skype, do so. The number's there somewhere. Was somebody removed it, Marcel?
Why can't I share this?
Share. What are you trying to share, buddy?
Oh, here it goes. Speaking
of sharing, okay, we're not going to listen to music tonight. We're going to pay homage to Howard Hessman, who passed away, a.k.a. Dr. Johnny Fever. We're going to do that in a little bit. I got like a tribute that somebody put together. I thought we could watch.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I got a piece of news.
I like WKRP.
Yeah, I got a piece of news about psilocybin. So we're going to listen to that. It's one of those audio thingies. I think it's a person reading, though. It sounds pretty good. It doesn't sound like a computer. So, and we're going to, do what we do. Dale's doing the groan tonight, I guess. Hey, Dale, what happened with your mites in that? Do they just die off after they've done what they've done supposed to do, or do you collect them all up, put them back in a box?
No, once they're done, once their food source is eliminated, they just die off.
Really?
Yep.
Too bad fungus isn't like that, eh?
What's that?
I guess they are. I guess fungus is like. I said, too bad fungus isn't like that. I guess they are, though. I guess.
Where's your video, Al?
Why? My video's here.
There's no picture of you.
No?
No, 'cause I'm on
How
the
about now?
Facebook. I'm on the
Oh,
Facebook feed, and
Yeah, it's
it's just a
black.
black screen.
really?
It's black here
Yeah.
too.
Are you trying to hide like the Prime Minister?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Really? I'm going to have. Yeah, it is too. I see that. I don't know
Yeah.
what's up with that. Huh. Maybe I should leave and come back. But it's going to end the broadcast if I do that.
Change your
Change. Yeah, I'm just going to change the
background.
cameras. I'll change the cameras.
Yeah.
I change the camera. I can't change the camera because I only have one camera, but I can change it to 480. There we go.
There you
And
go.
then back to 720. And there we go. How's that? Is that better?
Yep.
Awesomeness. Thanks for telling me, guys.
Well, I don't know. Oh, there you are. Yeah, there you are. Now we see
Awesome.
you. You're on Facebook.
I'm on Facebook. I'm on everywhere. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and our Twitter channel for the 420 Radio Show. So, and we've got a listener, Token Pirate, listening, and
We
a
have
few other people. Four
got
people,
four
and
people
three of them
watching.
on Facebook. We're new as far as this part goes, anyways. So, but if you want to catch the audio only podcast, you can wait until we've done it, or you can go over to 420radio.ca and click on our player there, and there's a live feed there for the radio station as well. So,
But then you can also go through the archive of all of the shows that we want you to hear.
almost 1,000 hours worth. There's
Yeah.
since
That's why, but
2008.
it's not all the shows.
No, there's a lot of there's 15 years worth of shows somewhere.
Yeah.
But
There were some shows that after they were done, they were never really put out for broadcast again.
Oh yes.
So if you
there
don't
were-
catch the live version, you could miss a lot of cool shit.
yeah, we do delete every now and then, but I mean, there's also many. If you go to our YouTube channel, just do a check for 420 Radio on YouTube, and there are every show that we've done through Spreaker is on our Spreaker channel, right? And this
Right.
week, I don't know why, but this week there were, I would say, close to 200 or 300 reversals of copyright claims against our videos and shows. So
Yeah, I know. We got a lot of those notifications, and I couldn't figure out if it was
you
coming
saw them
from.
on the page as well, didn't you?
No, I was getting notifications as well.
Oh,
That's
because
why
you were
I
tagged.
asked you about them. So
Yeah.
I was getting notifications, and then I was trying to figure out, are these notifications from 420 or are these from my YouTube? Right? Because every once in a while I'll still get hit with a notification on that.
The notifications I got this week were not from YouTube; they were all from Facebook.
Yeah.
From actual, like from Sony and all the different record companies and music companies, right? So something's going on with regards to podcasts and music, because they're backing off a little bit. It's unstoppable. I mean,
you're not going to stop it.
When we add music into a show, we're not doing it out of malice or trying to make any money, because you know what, we don't make any money at this. We're doing it for entertainment. That's all. We're doing it to promote the band. So saying that, we use Music Submit. If you're an indie artist, check them out. And also, if you want to submit your music to the show, send us an email. All the information's there scrolling on the screen. You'll find us somewhere. But don't say you're going to do it. Do it.
Well, back in the 90s, I had a show on one of the Real Player channels, and it was a music show, and it was all music that I downloaded off of the internet.
Yep.
And because in the 90s, anything that was on the internet was basically free domain.
Well, and that's the same kind of thing here. If it's on YouTube, I'm going to play it. And if you don't want us to play it, tell us and we'll remove it. You'll never hear your music on our show again.
Right. But I used to actually put challenges out for people that you name a song and I'll find it.
Yeah, it's
And
easier to do now.
actually, it was really easy for me to do back then because I had such a collection of songs. But one person stumped me, and it was somebody else's song, but it was sung by Nana Muscuri, and that's what they wanted.
Okay, so I'm going to give you a challenge. Go find it.
No, because you'll pick something fucking like that.
Go find it.
But back then, we didn't have YouTube or anything like that, so you literally had to go find the song, download it, and then play it.
Well, I mean, I used to spend hours hooked up 2 VCRs to the cable, and I would record my own mixtapes of videotapes when, Dan, what was it? Dan, the video store show on CBC. Dan, he started on Much Music. Big guy, Dan Gallagher. I think he's gone now.
Yeah.
But I used to sit there and watch the video shows and make my own videos. And I used to spin the records at camp too. So, I've been doing this a long time, right?
Yeah.
But it's different now. The flow is different because the music's different.
Yeah.
A lot of depressing music I find these days. Like emo music gets me down.
People are getting pretty depressed these days. I mean, they've been locked down for the last 2 years, and they're starting to realize that the whole thing was a scam.
Well, I think that they should stop it.
Well, I agree.
So,
I think there's a few people in Ottawa saying the same thing.
I have a question for you. If you would be so kind to go to a Facebook page and go into our chat and grab that Orange Rhine article. I have questions.
Oh, hang on.
And the article is about orange rinds and CBD. And I was hoping Lenny was going to be here because, but Marcel's got a huge brain as well.
Yeah, I got to go back and find that.
You should be pretty, like 4 or 5 articles up.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, that blew my mind. I didn't know they could get that from oranges. I knew you could get terpenes, but not actual cannabinoids.
But there's cannabinoids. A lot of the cannabinoids that we have in cannabis are found in other plants, right?
I just got this book here. We're going to have the author on, the big book.
A little lower. Can't see. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, there you go. The
big book of terps. Oh, yeah.
Terps. And that's the front cover. It's a big textbook. Like it's text. It's not a lot of pictures and stuff, obviously. There's a lot of scientific fact and stuff like that. And the author's name is Russ Hudson, and he's going to join us at some point in the next little while. That'll be a conversation for you guys because I know nothing.
Okay.
So did you find it?
Oh, yeah, I found it. I'll give you the synopsis. They discovered in 2020 that orange peels from the United States contained some CBD, which has a biological structure similar to the CBD produced from hemp.
And they have to be U.S. oranges?
According to this, well, these Japanese guys can't do this in Japan because CBD is so illegal there. But they say that the orange-derived CBD oil has the same ingredient as hemp CBD, similar effects, and additionally zero danger in terms of THC intake and legality. Which is great, but again, it's back to distillate, right? Versus whole plant. And how many oranges would you get or have to use, or peels would you have to use to get this CBD?
Yeah, well, that's like it.
But they're saying they're making products with this.
I'd like to know more. Everybody that commented on the thread there was like, I want to know more, right? Like you said, Dale, right?
Yeah. But you got to admit, over the years, we've seen a lot of these companies come out with these claims
Come and go.
of
Yeah.
doing this,
Yeah.
and then they're never heard of again,
Yes.
right? And this might be one of those that they may find that it's not cost effective to get CBD out of an orange peel. Hi, Mary Jane. Oh, she can't hear us.
She
And
she
she's
has to
muted.
remember to plug her mic in.
And she's making faces at you. Why is she making faces at you, Al?
Maybe she'll tell you when she comes back.
Okay.
She gets in here.
I'm here.
There
I
you
just
go.
couldn't hear anything because my
Now you have
computer
to
volume was down.
And now you have
Oh.
to select your proper microphone.
No, I have the proper microphone, don't I?
No.
What?
I only have one.
Well, then you need to plug it back in and plug it in.
Why, you can't hear me?
There we go.
It's just not close enough for you?
Okay. Put it right in the
Right in
center.
my face?
Right in your
Yeah,
face.
that's actually better. It's a little clearer when you do that.
Oh, stop it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, you said you were trying something new tonight? Was that like showing up on time?
Hey, fuck you.
No. She has
I
something.
haven't eaten all day. You know what?
Well,
Fuck you.
you've got something to eat tonight, don't you?
I do. I haven't eaten all day.
So she saved her appetite for us.
I've been working.
Yeah.
And it was
What
the
was your
second
challenge
snow
today?
day in
What's your
a
challenge
row.
today, Mary Jane?
What's
Let
the
me
challenge today?
Show us. Come on, Mary Jane.
What is it? Sauerkraut?
It is.
Let me move
Is
the
it?
bag here.
It
Yes,
is.
it is.
Oh, yeah. So
That's
do
what
you like
said,
it?
right?
Do you have a
Do you like
fork?
it warm or do you like it cold? Because you can have it either way.
She doesn't
Well,
know.
it's
She's
room.
never
It's
tried
room
it.
temperature.
That's a good way to
Because
start.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I had Timmy pick it up yesterday, and he said this was the smallest jar they had.
Well,
Is that?
I mean,
Is that?
it's
I'm like,
cabbage. It lasts forever.
yeah. What's the expiry on this? Will it have
Yeah.
an expiry? Oh, yep. 2022. That's not very long for.
Yeah, but they do that so they can sell more. It's
Ew,
fermented.
what is this liquid? If I like do this, it's like a slow.
Did you bring a fork?
Like, okay, look, I haven't eaten all day yet. Okay,
So
I didn't. I need
go
to
get a
eat
fork
something
and a
before.
sandwich.
I got a fork. I'm getting food first. Let me get my food first.
Well,
Okay.
just get a hot dog and put that on the hot dog.
There you go. That's what I said to her
That means I'd
yesterday.
have to eat a
Delicious.
hot dog.
Have some
Ugh.
hot dogs or a sausage.
I got
Yeah.
chicken. I got chicken
Oh, chickens.
and
I don't know if
Well,
chicken.
chicken and
scalloped
sauerkraut
potatoes.
sandwich? No, I don't know.
No, I got
Yeah.
chicken
need some
and
smoked meat.
scalloped potatoes.
Mhm.
Smoked meat. That sounds
So we're
dirty.
gonna watch Mary
Okay.
Jane eat
So
tonight.
then have your sauerkraut as a side like you would have pickles or something.
I can't even open the jar. Okay, look, I'll get to it after I eat. I gotta eat though. I gotta eat like actual food.
Can we
That way,
watch?
if I do throw up, I've got something.
She's got a
I'll do it
bucket.
before the. I'll do it before the end of the show.
No, can we watch you eat now?
Well, it's
We're-
not.
we're all
Timmy's
hungry.
upstairs finishing it right now.
What does he make?
Oh, so
It's
you'll have
chicken and scalloped potatoes and some veggies. I don't know.
and the waiter will deliver that to you. And
No, I'll have to run up and grab it.
Hillary said she's glad it's not fermented fish. Well, it could be.
ooh,
Fermented fish.
that's what's that called? From
Anchovies or something?
no,
Somebody
anchovies are
said I
just
should
hairy
have
fish.
that. It's salmon.
No, you
fermented
can't.
salmon, isn't it?
No, there's a
Oh,
product.
kimchi
and
or something?
No, kimchi's just sauerkraut with spices. It comes out of Sweden, I think.
It's just a white fish, I think.
People puke when they
Okay.
open the can because
It's
it
not
smells so bad.
sardines.
No, sardines are delicious. Let me see if
No,
I can
thank
find it.
you.
Your furnace is about to come on.
My furnace hasn't shut off. I don't know
Oh,
what the fuck is wrong with it.
Surströmming.
Yeah, Hillary said it in the chat there.
Yeah, it's Surströmming.
Yeah.
It's putrid. And I've seen videos of people when they just, even when they go to open the can, as soon as the can gets cracked open, they start gagging.
Why would you eat that?
It's a delicacy. They love it. It's delicious.
Yeah, if you can get past the gag reaction.
It's like durian. If you can get past the smell, it's supposedly delicious too.
Can you eat with a nose or clothespin over your nose?
With this stuff, no. It's so bad that even if you blocked off your sinuses, you still couldn't do it. Well, you
You know,
never know. Maybe you're into this type of thing.
there's one good thing about having to wear masks. You can
Eating
walk
ass?
by the fish aisle. What was that? Eating ass?
I said, when Marcel says, I don't know, who knows, some people could be into it. I said, what, eating ass? And then it made me think of a joke. Do you know humans are the most disgusting ever? They will lick another asshole, yet ask for a clean fork if it falls on the floor.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
I
true.
heard that joke the other day. I was like, that's funny.
I don't.
I'll use the fork. I don't care. It's funny. I'd use the fork over the other.
Oh, my hot chocolate's getting cold. Now it's just like cold chocolate milk.
Go reheat it.
Yeah. So yeah, they're the most disgusting fish you could ever imagine eating.
Back to orange rinds.
So orange rinds. Let's wait a couple years and see if we hear any more about this. Because, like we said, a lot of these guys have come out with some really cool products, but you've never seen them again.
There's some products that are still around that you just don't hear much about them, but they're still around.
What did I miss about orange rinds?
Oh, apparently
extracting CBD.
Yeah, in Japan, they're extracting CBD from orange rind.
Yes, from other things. Okay.
Yeah.
I could see them extracting terpenes from other things.
Well, that's happening. Somebody's chewing on something.
Me rolling my joint. Jesus, let me mute.
All right, we got lots to talk about, so let's move on.
Okay.
Let's laugh at the Toronto cops. Or, well, no, the two Toronto cops.
Them again.
No, before you mention this, I just want to say that yesterday morning, I got a strike against community standards for that article. Go ahead.
Which was
Why did you get a strike against community? Why?
I don't know. It was a post media article about two cops who were charged with eating edibles at a raid.
Yeah. Edibles that they had stolen from a raid.
Yes.
They stole. Yeah, they stole three bars, three edibles, and they ate one of them.
So that's only half the
after
story.
feeling the effects, one of them called 911 because he freaked out.
Yeah,
right?
but
So
that's
this
only
is why
half
we say
the story. He was in a goddamn tree when he called the police.
Is there a recording? Let's find the recording. Let's play it. Come on.
No,
Cop
it gets
in
better.
tree.
Wait, Marcel, it gets better. Tell them what happened to the officer that came to the scene.
Well, hang on now, because I'm still reading down the article. He had me looking for a video. There's no video.
I'm looking.
But anyways, the cops that did this, one of them pled guilty to a charge of discreditable conduct at a police hearing. So the one that stole the bar later ate one on shift and encouraged his partner, who was a lower-ranking officer, to do the same. So he coerced him. The second officer reportedly felt pressured to do so and obliged.
He didn't want to be called a pussy.
And instead of being a good cop and arresting the bad cop, he felt pressured to oblige. All right. So after the pair consumed the entirety of one of the bar's 8 squares, the senior officer began to feel the effects. He asked the junior officer to radio for help, but the officer was hesitant. Yeah, because he was fucking high. The senior officer then took his partner's radio and ran up the street and called for an ambulance. One of the officers responded to the emergency call, slipped on ice upon arrival, and suffered a concussion.
It's like something from the Three Stooges, like legit.
I'm picturing this. The second officer, who read out an apology during the tribunal earlier this week, is still awaiting a decision. During the tribunal, the officer admitted to making a huge mistake.
Yeah, you think?
In doing so, I caused great impairments and injury to the reputation of the service and my fellow officers. No, that was ruined long before you, dude. And for that, I'm deeply sorry, the officer reported. The law officer's lawyer is asking for an 18-month demotion to fourth-class constable, followed by a 12-month demotion to third-class constable. During the first officer's hearing in 2018, the presiding judge deemed the officer a complete idiot. From the point of view of public interest, the impact is profound, the judge said. The conduct here you cannot describe as anything other than stupid. Bang on. That's hilarious. So, wait now, let's talk about the mistakes these fine officers of the law did. Mistake number one was stealing something on a raid when they're entrusted to be doing their fucking job.
Yes.
Yep.
Number two, consuming cannabis edibles when we tell everybody start low, go slow, and start low. Eating half of a bar, 4 squares each, without knowing what's in the fucking bar is kind of stupid.
I just want to point out it was also most likely pre-legalization, or it was legacy market product, which was not low dose.
Nope. So they got high. The third major fucking mistake they did is did it while they were at work. And everything just confounded from there. Fucking idiots. But remember, when they do the IQ test for the police, they don't pick the ones with the high IQ. Okay, that would scare the shit out of me, but it was hilarious. What else we got in our list of things?
I got a question before we go on. What year was legalization? Was it October 17, 2018?
Sounds pretty familiar, yeah.
Or was it October 18, 2017?
It wasn't.
I think it was 2018.
No, it was April.
Okay. So just so you're aware, it says
October.
here that the
police. Okay, it was October then.
The police ate the it says here from June 26, 2018. So like I said, pre-legalization.
Okay.
It was right
So
in
even worse.
the time that they were doing all those raids to try and close them down for the
Project Claudia.
This has happened in the States too. We've actually played the audio from it before.
Well, it's been no secret that cops have been taking bags out of the bags for years.
Yeah.
Like that's how people have been got off. When they go to the court, they're like, "Oh, we found 3.5 grams or 7 grams," and they're like, "Whoa, I had like 30 grams. What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Tampering of evidence, but do you really want to admit that you had that much?
It gets to the point where it's too late.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Well, it's your word against theirs too.
And then.
What is that from? Law and Order?
Law and Order, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounded like shitbag. I was waiting for a bomb. That sounded like a wet paper bag with shit in it.
So I have another article here that we could do, but it's really sciencey.
You go ahead.
But
we'll listen. Try not to fall asleep.
No, that's the problem.
I'll try to follow along.
What it is, it's canonomics for analyzing cannabis varieties.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
so,
you lost
ready?
me.
Set. Go.
No, I don't want to. No, basically it's here. I'm going to read it. You may have heard about the method of cannabis classification called chemotyping. Chemotyping classifies based on the ratios of chemical compounds. In cannabis, the major cannabinoids delta-9 tetrahydrocannabinol, THC, and cannabidiol, CBD, have been used to classify cannabis in 3 different groups. However, chemotyping does not consider the whole metabolome, which includes the total number of metabolites present in a plant. Need I go on? So chemotype 2 is a delta-9 THC and CBD greater than 1 type of drug. Chemotype 2 is THC CBD equal to 1, and chemotype 3 is THC CBD less than 1, and that would be hemp, right? So they've got a drug type, an intermediate type, and a fiber type that they classify as hemp. I don't know who's ever come up with that, but that's pretty fucking ridiculous.
That sounds just like that's stupid. Why? Just to give somebody a job to do that stuff?
Pretty much. The authors propose a new approach to chemotyping that considers minor cannabinoids, terpenes, flavonoids, and other cannabis metabolites. They have termed this metabolome encompassing approach as cannabinomics.
Cannabinomics.
To perform this type of analysis, they apply
the new word of 2022, cannabinomics.
Cannabinomics. They applied a liquid chromatography, mass spectrometry-based metabolomics workflow on medium polarity extracts of cannabis leaves and flowers to classify chemotypes, as well as map and annotate metabolites of the photocannabinoids family and other photochemical classes. If you want to know more, we'll send you the link, because I'm falling asleep.
Put the link in the chat. It'll go to all the people who are listening.
Well,
in the comments, just paste the link.
I am.
Come on, man.
Listen, dude, I've got like 50,000 tabs open here.
Me too.
Comments. Post.
So you know what? I've got. Are you done with that news?
Yeah.
Because I have another news thing here, and we can have a little pee break in that. Mary Jane's got to eat, and it's about psilocybin, and it's from Forbes magazine, and I listened to it. It was very interesting, and I'd like to know what you think about it when we come back, Marcel.
Cannot post comments to some destinations.
Yeah, we knew that would happen.
An error occurred. So no, you don't get the link.
Yeah, they get the link, but you can post it on the Facebook as well. So let's listen to that, and then we'll come back and continue chatting about stuff that doesn't really matter.
Oh, this one is a good one.
Should I do it now?
Do what now?
Go.
Hey, Mary Jane Baker. No, I'm Mary Jane Baker. Wait, can we do that again?
Mary Jane Baker, take 27.
Hey, I'm Mary Jane Baker, and you're listening to 420radio.ca.
You're listening to 420radio.ca, Canadian Cannabis Radio.
Enjoy the buzz of legalization with Campbellford Lifestyle Shop. From lights to plant nutrients, books, consumption accessories, and more. We've got all your basics to grow or consume cannabis. Visit our info center.
Oops. I screwed it up.
Study finds 65% of Americans with mental health conditions want access to psychedelics. By Lindsay Bartlett. A new study conducted by the Harris Poll and Delic Holdings Corp. Found that 65% of affected Americans want access to psychedelics for mental health. Respondents who self-reported that they suffer from a mental health condition say that psychedelic medicine including ketamine, psilocybin mushrooms, and MDMA should be made available to patients with treatment-resistant anxiety, depression, or PTSD. The pandemic has skyrocketed the need for psychedelic wellness, says Delic CEO Matt Stang. We're at a tipping point where the data and science regarding psychedelic therapies have become undeniable in treating a variety of serious conditions. As it stands, ketamine is legal in the U.S. for medical use. Ketamine is an FDA-approved anesthetic and can be prescribed for a myriad of ailments in a regulated setting by licensed clinicians. Psilocybin, like cannabis, is still considered a Schedule I drug in the eyes of the federal government. Therefore, its sale and use is illegal, despite some states and cities that have begun to decriminalize mushrooms. Beginning in 2019, psilocybin has been decriminalized in Denver, Oregon, and Santa Cruz. The state of California even has a measure on the 2022 ballot that would decriminalize psychedelic medicine in the state. Psychedelic wellness companies like Delic are eager for this legal movement. It echoes the beginning of the weed industry we know today, as states began decriminalizing prior to legalization several decades ago. The largest clinical study to date affirms psilocybin's efficacy in treatment-resistant depression. Ketamine has even more substantial clinical research backing up its use for depression, anxiety, and PTSD. Delic acquired Ketamine Wellness Centers, KWC, in November 2021. Today, Delic runs the largest chain of psychedelic mental health clinics in the U.S., operating 12 ketamine wellness clinics. The company has plans to open an additional 15 clinics in the next 18 months. Stang says his team founded Delic in order to improve people's lives and offer access to life-saving medicine. The Harris Poll study found 83% of Americans experiencing anxiety, depression, or PTSD would be open to pursuing alternative treatments. Respondents said that if plant medicines were proven more effective than prescription medication with fewer side effects, 66% would try ketamine, 62% would try psilocybin, and 56% would try MDMA. 18% of people surveyed said that traditional pharmaceutical medication did not improve their condition or even made it worse. The survey was conducted from December 6 to 8, 2021, polling 2,037 adults ages 18 and older. Among them, the survey polled 953 people who suffer from anxiety, depression, and/or PTSD. Delic Labs is developing analytical capabilities that will help form a complete picture of psychedelic medicine and ensure drug safety, says Dr. Marcus Rogan, President and Chief Science Officer of Delic Labs. In the area of medical developments, psilocybin and other plant-based compounds show great promise, but also have their limitations, says Dr. Rogan. With our medicinal chemistry expertise as the foundation, we will continue to explore these novel psychedelic compounds and other drug candidates with the goal of adding them to this exciting field of medicine. The group demographics varied. Of the people who participated, 48% identified as male and 50.9% identified as female. In regard to age, we saw a wide variety of respondents with 28.4% aged 18 to 34, 16.7% aged 35 to 44, 15.9% aged 45 to 54, 16.6% aged 55 to 64, and 21.5% over the age of 65. In regard to race, 61.8% identified as white, 16.5% identified as Hispanic, and 11.8% identified as Black, says Stang. The survey is not comprehensive, and the respondents self-reported, which can leave room for potential bias. This survey is not based on a probability sample and therefore no estimate of theoretical sampling error can be calculated, says Stang. We truly believe the world will look back on this moment right before full global acceptance and remark how much more effective treatment has become, in a very short time, says Stang. This promising family of new medicines has the potential to be more effective than traditional medicines with minimal side effects. In 2021, the company hosted its inaugural Meet Delic Psychedelic Medicine Conference, one of the largest psychedelic wellness industry conferences in the world, which welcomed 2,500 attendees. Tickets are on sale for its 2022 event, which will take place November 5 and 6, 2022, in Las Vegas, Nevada. Delic is listed on the Canadian Securities Exchange, CSE, DELC, the OTC Markets Group, OTCQB, DELCF, as well as Germany's largest stock exchange market called the Frankfurt Stock Exchange, FRA, 6x0.
Is that it? Now we can't hear Al. Lips moving, nothing coming out.
Blah, 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 blah. That was it. But you know what? Dale just posted something much more interesting we should talk about. In the
What did
Oh man, and I went and got all my cards too.
Your cards.
My cards. I never showed you my cards.
Right.
This one's on mushrooms.
Oh, you bought a game thing.
This one's on ketamine.
Mm-hmm.
This one is on MDMA.
Okay.
Or ecstasy.
Yep.
Like that's what they were just talking about, right? This one's on cocaine.
And it's got little information on each, eh?
It sure does.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I'll take photos of these and we can post them on the Facebook page.
Sure.
Yeah. So what's the news article? I see
this is interesting.
Has joined Jack.
That's why it's much more.
But it's a year old. It's over a year old.
I saw that. But
they've been fighting in Manitoba for
Kirk
God,
just joined like today.
Yeah.
That's been going on with Jack for a while, but Kirk just joined the legal team today.
This company's been popping up in the news quite a bit over the last few weeks. So obviously they're getting ready to start up again, right?
And Av Singh. Av Singh's one of their witnesses. That'd be interesting.
They should win.
Well, no, yeah. But this was, like I say, this was back in September of 21.
Yeah, that article, but like I'm saying, it's still going on, and Kirk just joined the legal team today.
Good. Well, then, hey, maybe Quebec and Winnipeg or Manitoba will both get it, that they can grow, especially Quebec. I mean, Quebec gets screwed over so much. I feel so sorry for the people who lived in Quebec. I do.
This is how Mary Jane eats in her leafy things jacket. Where's the sauerkraut?
Okay, just give me a sec.
Like I said, have it as a side, like a pickle. You don't like pickles?
No, I don't like pickles at all. Not even, like, I don't even want a whiff of a pickle.
Dale makes awesome pickles.
Good for Dale.
Or Dale's wife makes awesome pickles.
Somebody does.
Yeah.
I guess I gotta give credit where credit's due, right?
It's not Strobe's.
Yeah, I can't take the credit for that.
Let's just say that Dale gives out awesome pickles.
You're a pickle guy, are you?
No, these are
I don't mind them.
These are a nice sweet dill pickle. It's kind of cool.
Okay, I'm gonna do it.
Okay, wait.
Sauerkraut.
Here we
got
go.
to get the jar open first.
So before you, while you're preparing, tell people why you're doing this, please.
Okay, so on
are you recording this for yours thing?
I am. I got it down here. On my New Year's resolution this year, I decided that I was going to learn how to open a jar. No, I was going to do a new thing every day. Every day for. Why is this so hard?
Okay, so.
I got it. Oh my God. That was hard. Okay, so you said this is cabbage, right? But it's
yes, cabbage.
It's like, oh,
what?
I got a whiff of whatever the hell just came out of here in that little crack open.
Pickled cabbage.
Yeah.
It's pickled cabbage.
It's pickled cabbage, so it's gonna taste like pickles. Wonderful.
Yeah, it's gonna taste like pickled cabbage. It doesn't have dill in it. It doesn't have dill in it, so it doesn't taste like a dill pickle.
It says wine sauerkraut. Does that make it?
Yeah, it's not going to be a dill pickle.
Yeah, wine sauerkraut's a little different.
Oh, something fell on my plate. Is that enough?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, it's good. You'll love it.
Get it into
you. On that.
3, 2, 1.
It's good.
That was like
Shit.
fucking perfect timing.
Ew.
Perfect timing.
Ew. I chewed it.
You should chew it. That's the best way to eat
That's
it.
the best part.
No, it's
With
mushy.
the crunch and the juices.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's mushy.
Tell Tim to
Like-
come and try some.
Yeah, have Tim try it. Tim should try it too.
On a scale of 1 to 10, sauerkraut
Hey.
is 0.
But wait.
Sauerkraut.
Oh, gross.
But wait and see how good your guts feel later.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, are you
I gotta
burping?
go.
It's
Oh.
actually you're good. You're gonna
I
be
didn't
having
even
more than.
swallow any.
What? You didn't swallow it?
No, I just chewed it and I got some of the juice down my throat.
If you don't swallow it, it doesn't help you. Jeez. What a waste of sauerkraut. Why I wouldn't have picked wine sauerkraut for your first one. Sorry. But because there are different types of sauerkraut.
Ew. So gross.
Well,
no.
It's made with a wine vinegar instead of just a white vinegar.
And now your dinner's gonna taste off. It's gonna taste like pickled sauerkraut.
That's what vinegar, that's what it tasted like.
Yeah.
It was like I didn't
So-
get, oh no, I just scooped some up that was on my plate.
Go ahead and
Oh,
eat it.
good.
Come on,
No.
you might like it together.
No,
You might
If you
like it
swallow
together.
it, it'll help boost your gut flow.
no.
It's
No
good
way.
for healthy gut promotion.
Mm-mm.
I don't eat it. I don't like it either. I would have
No,
reacted
never.
exactly the same way, to be honest.
Sauerkraut is not ever going back in there. No.
Do you like it, Dale?
Anyways, misreaction.
Sauerkraut, yeah.
That will.
Yeah.
That clip should be saved forever and ever and ever, because that was perfect timing.
Well,
That bomb
you're not
hit
going to
good.
be able to get that sound on my Facebook page because I didn't have
I will,
that.
because this is all recorded. I'll
This is
download
recorded,
it.
so you just rip the clip off.
I'll
Oh,
jump
yeah,
the clip
you
out.
could,
You'll
huh?
hear it tomorrow. That's what you'll be
Okay.
hearing tomorrow while you're eating your next thing.
Well, if you send it to me, I'll be able to use it. Other than that, I don't know.
Sure.
That was good timing, though.
Like I said, we're working on it. We're getting there. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, guess where I'm going tomorrow?
Toronto?
Toronto?
Yeah.
Are you really?
Are you going
Yep.
protesting?
I might go check it out. I don't know about the protesting part, but I'm going to see what's going on. Yeah. I'm
Go
nosy.
live. Go live.
Nosy. I'm
You should
I'm
go-
not driving because I guess they're doing like a convoy to Queen's Park. I just want to go to Queen's Park and see what's going on.
Yeah. Well, go live from there, because I'd like to see what's going on if there's a big crowd, because the news is going to show something completely different than what actually happens. So if there's a big crowd there, then the news will be us across the street filming somebody on the corner and saying that that these two supporters come out. They're just on the way to the park, right?
I was just Mary Jane.
They wouldn't show the park.
Well, I did hear that they did shut down some streets in downtown Toronto, like around the hospitals.
I ain't going nowhere near
Which-
there. No.
Which I thought was kind of funny because why would you close the streets down? Wouldn't people need to get
They want
to
to
the
stop
hospital?
people from going in. They'll
Because they don't want to gridlock the whole city.
yeah, they'll do a corridor where nobody can get in. Just
They're
to keep
also
the
but they're
hospital
telling
free.
their social media is telling people in the like nurses don't wear your scrubs to work on Saturday for fear of harassment.
Why?
Well,
Well,
fucking protesters gonna
harass-
harass a nurse.
Yeah, like why would anybody harass a nurse?
The same
Makes
people
no
that
sense.
would
I know I'm gonna
demolish
get
or carry
a lot of
Flux
hate.
statue. You know,
I'm going to
The
get a
same-
lot of hate for this one.
there's one asshole in every fucking party.
That's me in this case. I have big issues with this frontline hero crap, because all of the people that were our frontline heroes, because there was a lot of people that were still working because it was their fucking job. Those frontline heroes are still were people just doing their job. They had to do some extra work, right? In some cases, a lot of them had to do no work, but still complained about being so overworked. And when I say about COVID wards being completely empty and people sitting around with nothing to do. So this whole thing's been a scam. The media's been lying to us. I love the healthcare workers. I think they're great that, yes, they work, but again, they were doing their jobs just like everybody else. The grocery store clerks are doing their jobs. The Walmart employees were doing their jobs. So yeah, there's my rant that'll get me all kinds of hate because now all the nurses and stuff, but you can't forget I have friends and family that work in healthcare. I know what was going on. So tomorrow you should eat another spoonful of sauerkraut, and you should eat a spoonful of sauerkraut every day for about a good week, especially if you've been taking any antibiotics, because antibiotics destroy the bacteria in your gut, and sauerkraut will put it back.
Well,
and it's
I don't take
delicious.
antibiotics, so no.
See, you should have had it warmed up with German fried potatoes and a sausage. Oh man, delicious.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
I don't eat
Or
sausage.
pierogies with pierogies.
Ew.
I'm not a big pierogi fan.
I like pierogies with sour cream. I don't like it with sauerkraut, though.
I don't like sour cream.
I don't like sauerkrauts. I like sour cream. I don't know what I mean by that.
Have you tried tripe yet?
No.
What's
there,
that?
put that tripe. Tripe is a beef product, and you should try it. And Hillary has a good recipe for it, she says. We were talking about it before the show. It'd be way up.
Beef heart is good.
Hillary, that
Why
sounds
does that
good.
say stomach?
What?
It's good for your stomach.
It is. It's the stomach lining of a cow.
What? No.
It's the stomach lining of a cow, and it's called tripe, and people really like it.
No, thank
I
you.
don't like it because I don't like chewing rubber. But she says that it's really delicious the way she makes it. So
Yeah, that's like somebody who says, "Oh, but you haven't had my liver."
well, that's what she said. That's pretty much what she said. I
Hillary.
didn't have it the right
what
way.
she said. That's what Hannibal Lecter said.
Nope.
Yeah, have it with some fava beans and a little Chianti.
Nope, there's just some things I won't do.
Not COVID, cannabis.
We're sorry for that, people. Sorry for your ears.
Yeah, I am. I tried to cover it as quick as I could. Ow.
Sometimes they just sneak up on you and slap you in the boo boo. So
pickled cheeks are awesome.
Are we ready for some Dr. Johnny fever?
Maybe, but I'm still wondering about what the pickled cheeks are.
Oh, okay.
Pickled cheeks aren't that big, are they? Because do you guys eat? You're on Ontario. You guys get pickled. You guys eat pickled cheeks?
Is it like chicken balls?
I don't do anything.
No,
They're not really the balls of the
pickle or
chicken. They're
anything.
not really the.
No, it's
cheeks of
actual
the
fish.
It's fish. It's the cheek.
Yeah, but so are chicken balls. Chicken balls are chicken, but they're not the balls.
No, they're
not really chicken either.
Yes, they are. But I mean, like that.
Chemically, they're about a step away. Chemically, they're about a step away from a yoga mat. But pickled cheeks. But I've never seen a big pickerel, like big enough to bother going after the cheek meat. We have cod cheeks here.
Yeah.
But
I had them.
cod cheeks here, they're big.
That's crazy.
And meaty. But yeah, it's the meaty part of the fish on the cheek, on its face. Cut it out, and it's like a little scallop. And they are delicious and tender. So you should eat some pickled cheeks.
No.
Okay, Dr. Johnny Fever. Go ahead. What were you going to say, Marcel?
I was surprised to see her say pickerel because most people in Ontario call them walleyes.
What's a walleye? A bass?
No, it's a pickerel.
Yeah, see, I know pickerel.
Pickerel. All right, pickerel this.
Dr. Johnny Fever, and I am burning up in here. We all in critical condition, ladies. But you tell me where it hurts. Because I got the healing prescription here from the big KRP musical medicine cabinet. Now I am talking about your 50,000 watt intensive care unit, babies. So just sit right down, relax, open your ears real wide and say, give it to me straight, doctor. I can take it. Almost got it, babies. No, it really flies when you're having fun, doesn't it? I know I am. I know I'm out of control. I know my pulse is starting to pound, and the blood is rushing around, and I feel feverish, and I am the doctor. And I know all you babies, you sitting at home, and you saying to yourselves, tell me, doctor, when you feel like this, what do you take? Well, I'll tell you. Just take those old records on. Today's music ain't got the same soul. We seem to be experiencing some technical difficulties here in the studio. Please stay tuned. We'll be back as soon as we get it fixed, okay? All right, you two up against the wall. I don't know what you want here, but I think you should know that I've killed a lot of old people in my time. And I'm not above doing it again.
I've made a terrible mistake. A terrible mistake.
Yeah, we all make mistakes, huh?
Yeah, but this one's going to ruin my life.
We all ruin our lives.
Yeah, but I'm going to jail.
Look, we all... Not necessarily. This is WKRP, remember? Nobody's listening. Don't touch that.
I'm sorry. I was...
Gripping music, huh?
Yeah, that's good, all right. What's the name of that orchestra?
Pink Floyd.
Oh, is that Pink Floyd? Do I hear dogs barking on that thing?
I do.
Good, aren't they? Hey, here's a thing called Pigs on the Wing. What does that sound like?
I don't do requests.
Well, just keep up the good work.
Giving it all I got.
So I see.
Gotta do something about Carlson, man. What's he done? I mean, he's driving me crazy with his suggestions.
Ah, Johnny, he's the station manager and he feels left out.
Look, I took this job originally because I figured Carlson was like me. Guy who doesn't quite know what's going on around him. He likes it that way. Now he's into everything. What's he's up to? Carlson? I don't know. You should have been here for the big wig promotion. Well, naturally it didn't work. And we ended up with a warehouse full of wigs. Carlson,
He couldn't figure out how to get rid of them until the Guatemalan earthquake. Say what? Well, the Red Cross called out, for blankets, clothes, anything. So Carlson, out of the goodness of his heart, shipped these destitute earthquake victims in Guatemala 3,000 blondes. I still have this picture in my mind of quake victims stumbling through the rubble, all looking like Dolly Parton. Thanks for that on-the-spot report, lads. For those of you who just tuned in, the Pinedale Shopping Mall has just been bombed with live turkey. Film at 11. All right, everybody, surf's up. And it's a beautiful day here in Cincinnati. That's right, babies. We got a blistering 14 degrees outside, and there's a gentle wind wafting down from the north at about 1,000 miles an hour. All right, now it's time to strap them on, babies. Here we go. It's Dr. Fever's seasonal Cincinnati snowshoe shuffle stomp. You ready? Everybody dance. I can feel the excitement already. Today. So whatever you got to do, you got a lovely day to do it in, and that's true. Mind if I come in?
No, not at all.
Mind if I sing?
Do you have to? What's got you in such a jovial mood today?
Oh,
huh?
man, the most amazing thing has happened. You enjoy poetic justice, huh?
Yeah, just as much as the next guy.
With an occasional bit of irony?
All right, you got me on the edge of my seat. What's the point?
You're gonna love it.
I'll do my very best.
Remember how I got canned out in L.A.?
Yeah.
For saying booger on the air?
Yeah.
Well, get this. The top competitor of the guy that fired me wants to hire me. You got it?
You got a job offer?
Right.
In L.A.?
Right again.
Well, are you going to take it?
Hell yes, I'm gonna take it. I mean, don't you see what this means?
Well, Johnny, if it's a question of money, I'll talk to Carlson about this.
Andy, the money don't mean nothing to me, man. You're talking to a 40-year-old man who lives like a college student. I got 2 pairs of socks. I eat over the sink.
If it's not the money, then...
No, man. 4 months ago, I'm sleeping in a van. It's not my van. I don't care.
Give me a chance to talk to Carlson.
You just don't get it, do you, pal? Look, when that clown fired me, I couldn't find work for months. I mean, nobody in the business would answer my phone calls. But now, I got a shot at going back and proving to them that I shouldn't have been sacked. The doctor is hot, baby. The doctor's on his way. The doctor is operating. Forceps nurse. Mind if I leave?
Hey, this is Cheech. And this is Chong. And you're listening to Lifestyle Radio. What is it? Lifestyle Radio. Say it one more time. 420 Radio? Ooh.
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
Are you an independent musician? How would you like to have your songs played on hundreds of radio stations just like the one you're listening to right now? Join MusicSubmit.com and we'll promote your music to radio stations and blogs in your genre. It's free to set up your account, and we guarantee your music will be considered for airplay by radio stations worldwide. Why not sign up today? It's free. MusicSubmit.com. Radio promotion for indie musicians.
This is how we grow the weed.
Okay, it's Darcy's turn. Everybody's muted. I cracked myself up. We're back. Waiting for Darcy now.
Who'd we lose?
Dale. No. Who'd we lose?
We didn't lose anybody.
No, we did. We lost Al's share screen.
Oh, yeah.
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 Oh, yeah. And what do you mean we're waiting for Darcy?
I was like, Darcy's not here.
I know. That's the
That's a
second.
joke?
That's the thing. I made 2 different commercials, one with the growth segment thingy on it, so it just played.
And there's no Darcy.
And there's no Darcy, so the day
not here, man.
Darcy's not here, man.
That was one of my favorite jokes from Cheech and Chong.
Yes.
Growing up, that was one of my favorites.
Well. I play it now on the station.
I like that that clip that guy did of Hessman. That was good. There's some funny clips, but it was all WKRP.
Yes, it was. And I found other stuff that was all the different shows that he did, but they were really old shows and they weren't that funny.
Yeah.
Right. Like Johnny Fever.
His funniest was this Johnny Fever.
Yeah.
He had that other show there.
He had a few.
He was a teacher.
Oh, he had head of the class.
Head of the class.
And that ran for a long time as well.
Yeah, it was all right, but
Head in the class?
Head of the class.
Head of the class.
Oh, that was a different movie. Never mind.
Yeah.
No, this wasn't a movie. This was a series.
Oh.
Yeah.
Head in the class. What kind of movies you watching?
You caught on, eh?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
You little freak.
That was a joke.
Yeah, okay. Sure it was. What did I find? I found some more cannabis goodies to yammer on about. So a crew did have a thing out. It's evaluating the legitimacy of cannabis websites and their information.
Yes, I saw that this morning, I think.
Yeah. And so what they did is they used Google as their search engine, and they went looking for keywords, specifically pain and cannabis, on the websites. And the search result produced 207 results. Of those, 216 were duplicates. 18 were disqualified because they either belonged in one of the aforementioned categories. So they had criteria to meet, and I mean they've seemed to have done a good job, and they've scored the websites. But what they found is that the websites selling cannabis and products and services scored the lowest, while the health portals scored the highest. And it was due to really misinformation, or only presenting the positive aspects of cannabis and then downplaying any potential risks. And of course, they're doing this because they're trying to sell a product. Whereas the health portals, they found those websites to be a little closer to the truth in most cases, at about 50%. But overall, they scored just over 50%, I think. All of them. So there was nobody that really blew it out of the water and failed.
Coming up to legalization, we watched a lot of companies pop up. Like we were saying earlier, a lot of gadgets come along and then go. But a lot of companies popped up with that agenda to take care of the medical community and make sure that your information was correct and give you that that valued information that you need to make a decision about your health when it comes to cannabis. But the real reason they were doing it was to solicit clients.
Well, no, not really, because if you think about the non-profit organizations out there like Maritimers United for medical marijuana.
Yeah, but I'm talking about a lot of companies came out of that realm of helping people.
Oh, definitely, because
after the money.
Yeah, but that's really when online shopping started taking off, is when they started doing that. That's only really taken off over the last 10 years or so.
Yeah.
And with legalization coming and everybody knowing it,
it's coming? They're going to legalize finally?
Back when, with legalization coming back then,
that wasn't legalization.
A lot of these people realized that getting into the online market was going to be their saving grace. And it's worked for them very well.
Well, okay, so that leads to the next article. Oh, I just dropped my shatterizer, man. The next article in the chain there, which is
Cannabis has contributed $43.5 billion to Canada's GDP since legalization.
Well, I was thinking more of the Oreos one, but no, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. That's the one
I
I
didn't
meant.
know there was an Oreo one.
Yeah. They want to enter the cannabis market, the people who make Oreos. But so does Pepsi. But anyways, go ahead.
So the new report says cannabis contributed $43.5 billion to Canada's gross domestic product and $13.3 billion to Ontario's since recreational pot was legalized in October of 2018. So what's Ontario using that $13 billion for?
Apparently Ontario's open for business, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's not how it works. It's what it is.
Well,
It's
that's
your
what he
gross
said.
domestic product.
Come on to Ontario. We're open for business.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's true. But the
Ontario.
report released.
Do you remember that, Mary Jane? That limerick? Good things grow in Ontario. The food Ontario. I think.
I grew up listening to jingles. I actually thought I was going to be. That's what I was going to do, was write jingles.
A jingle writer.
And the good things grow in Ontario. It didn't even sound like it actually it didn't sound good. I don't even know how the notes went together. One of them was flat, but we all knew it. That's why when Ford changed the license plates, he changed it to a place to grow, which was awesome because it was around the same time that legalization came in. We were all like, yeah, place to grow. Yeah, grow here.
Yeah, and then those license plates started causing a kerfuffle because you can't read those.
Yeah, because he made them blue.
Yeah, you can't read them on the cameras. Can't read them on the toll highways here.
I know. I wish I would have got one back when they were giving them, because now they're not giving them out. But if you have one, they're not making you change them.
Yeah, I had a one of the ones that fell apart and lost the lettering and all that.
Yeah.
You saw it.
You can get
you saw
fined
how
if you
bad it
still
was.
have one of those driving around.
No, I haven't. I have new plates now.
Yeah, my ex's sister was driving around with her letters were half missing. So I had borrowed her car because my car was in the shop.
And you got pulled over.
No, I seen it, and I just went in my basement and I grabbed some blue paint, and I went out.
That's even more illegal.
I didn't know this. I went to Canadian Tire and I grabbed the clear cover thing to protect her plate. And I went and I just over top of, because they're raised, right? So I just went over top of the lettering and then put the plastic thing over top.
Did she get pulled over it?
I just assumed that if they ran your plate, a cop is looking at your plate. If you can look,
it's the right car.
See the plate, you can see the number. But they don't run your plates like that anymore. It's a fucking machine that runs your plate, and that's why the like you're saying, the toll route couldn't read those because
it's the same system probably.
It has a reflective thing, and when you peel that off, it's gone. So
and then they started
what you put on the bottom.
Yeah, then they started saying that those plastic covers you can't use because they cover up the Ontario.
If they're tinted, you can't use them. If they're blue, they have to be clear. Honestly, I don't know. He's my ex now, and she's my ex-sister-in-law, and I never liked her anyway.
Cheers.
So thanks for lending me your car. I don't know what to say. I cleaned it. I vacuumed it. I Rain-X'd the windows. Like, it, in my opinion, I gave it back in 10 times better shape. So if she got pulled over and ticketed, I'm sorry. I'm sure it was for more than just the lettering on her plates.
Oh, wow.
Oh, there he is.
20 people are dead. 20 people are dead in Buenos Aires after doing cocaine.
Yes, I saw that. Bad batch of cocaine.
So they've got
cocaine mixed with what?
Fentanyl.
Well,
probably.
they're not sure yet. So they've got 20 deaths, over 74 hospitalizations in Buenos Aires due to contaminated cocaine. While fentanyl is not widespread in Latin America, it's starting to become an issue. If you purchase blow in the previous 24 hours, throw it out. Officials have not confirmed the wave of overdoses, though they say evidence points towards coke spiked with an opiate like fentanyl. And fentanyl is 50 times more potent than heroin, and it's used by really scummy people to increase their profits.
I just watched The Business of Selling Drugs on Netflix. I think that's what it's called.
I don't want to watch that because I think I'd see too many slimy things that I already know
I
about
thought
that
it
I
was
don't
really
want to see.
interesting. You know, Chef Gordon Ramsay, his brother died of an overdose, and he went in. He got at the time he got unprecedented access. He went into the jungles of Colombia with the guys who make the stuff. Like, I've seen several videos of how they make it. They record it and stuff. And the stuff that they put in there just to get the powder is fucking unreal. I mean, they use diesel, but then you think,
gasoline, because gasoline's a little cleaner, but diesel was cheaper.
You go back to Rick Simpson and his technique of making cannabis oil was with naphtha, which is just as fucking bad.
There's no difference, and this is why I always said that people that were shooting down oil being made with naphtha were the same ones that were snorting those lines of coke, right? That are made with gasoline. So what's the difference?
Well, you know,
not all of them might have been snorting, but you know what I mean.
The actual fact of it, and I believe I'm correct, we've talked about this many times before, is diesel fuel is actually better than even naphtha, but it's got benzene in it more than naphtha has, right?
Right. So
that's the big one. That's the big one that you don't want. Yes, it's got less, but diesel fuel is actually the better of all the fuels to use, from what I understand. I mean, I've heard that from Rick.
It's still crazy to think you're using fuel.
I know.
I really don't use fuel.
No, don't use fuel.
Because regardless of using fuel, you're still getting benzene, right?
Look, Joe Rogan's here. Hi, Joe.
What's up?
Hi, Joe Rogan, right on.
It's funny. Sounds
Darcy
like
gave us some lame excuse that he can't connect in the internet, but
yet
nobody
Gail
else
is
has
here.
that problem. Yeah.
Oh, can I ask you guys a question?
Sure.
It's like
sit down, would you?
It's
Is it
a
a personal
hand.
question?
No, I just, can I see? Oh, Marcel, can I see you for a second? Can you show yourself? I just want to see you put up 3 fingers. No, apparently, I just want to see if this is true, but men will not put up 3 fingers in a certain way.
Huh?
4. Okay.
I saw this the other day.
Yeah. This way. So Lenny was the closest, and he went like this.
What? This is
it's this. Men will never do this. Apparently, they'll never
No,
go.
it feels weird.
3.
Of course, I wouldn't.
Apparently, yeah. And if you say, look at your nails, like check if there's dirt under your nails, most guys will go like this.
Yeah.
They won't do this.
Yeah, they won't
I just
do
did
this.
this. Yeah. I'm sorry, but I just did this.
Yeah, they say most guys will do
but
this.
But normally, I would do that.
Right?
I would curl my fingers, yes.
Yeah. It's so interesting just to see, like, you know, the differences between. So that was my question. I was just curious.
You know, I've tried that bark at your
Even
dog
watching
fucking
too many
thing,
TikTok
and
videos.
Rose doesn't fucking do shit. She just sits there. I'm like, woo! And she's like, huh? And then Steven hissed at me when I tried it. Those Dodo ads, those Dodo videos, man, they get me. Watched one this afternoon. I was in a ball of fucking tears for 15 minutes. Little puppy got a new home.
Oh,
funny. I actually cried during a podcast earlier.
Aww.
One of our guests, it was John Burfalo, was on, and he happened to bring up a memory of like just being in Amsterdam, and then he started going on about people in the industry that were, you know, that we've lost, that were like huge in like making this movement what it is and all. He's like naming all these people. I'm like, oh my God, will you stop? Like the tears just kept coming from like, oh my God, from Tracy to you know, Franco to like, he named so many I can't even right now.
The community has not been the same. The community.
Yes, Michelle. Yeah.
The community.
Oh, he showed up for your show on time?
he was there, yeah.
The community has not been the same since Tracy passed away. Tracy Curley passed away.
There's a lot of people.
The
like,
Ontario community hasn't been the same.
No, because she had
a lot of involvement in Ontario.
Exactly. Yeah, but in Canada wide as well. I mean, she was a big help with the Karma Cup and a lot of different
even in
things that were
BC
going
too.
on. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And she was around a long
That
time.
was like Michelle right across the country.
Yeah,
Yep.
Michelle Rainey. Yeah.
That was before my time. I'm a newbie, right? Like when
You know what?
it's funny.
We were
Michelle
supposed
and
to
I
have
used
her
to
on the
chat on the
show.
phone every week.
We were supposed to have her on the show way back when, and then she passed away, and I never got to talk to her.
Well, we've
But
had her on.
you were going to
Had her
say
on
you
to help promote.
Who?
I think it was Karma Cup.
Sarah.
Sarah. No, we
Yeah,
had Tracy on for Sarah.
Tracy. Oh yeah,
And then we had Sarah on.
Yeah. Well, Sarah's been on, but Tracy, she got to. Sarah doesn't like doing interviews, so you know.
No, she stays for a short time.
And
But
Tracy
she's a busy
does.
girl, and
Tracy did Tracy engaged, and that's why she got shoved out into the forefront in a lot of events and things like that. And
I thought it was just her like take no bullshit attitude.
What
No,
got
no,
me
it was
why I loved
it was more along the lines of her professionalism, because she was very professional whenever she was out speaking with
Yes.
people, and
Yes.
very respectful of everybody that she spoke to. Whereas Michelle was known for her booby hugs, right? So she didn't get the same kind of respect that Tracy got. And that was the difference between the two. Is Michelle was very outgoing, very well spoken.
There's a lot of Amy did it differently, or does it differently, and there's a lot of women. Erin,
MJ's
Chris
doing
Goodwin,
it differently.
MJ's doing it differently.
I still give hugs, but they're
everybody has to find their own way.
Oh no, you know, I have not
was a professional.
I had not hugged anybody other than my sister when she left. And then when I saw you at the thing there at where was it? Remind me. The Chuck Clare concert. Okay.
Yeah.
And she just latched on. She ran over and latched on. And it's like I have not had a hug in 2 years. Right. I was just like, okay, you can let go now.
No, honestly, I've already told Timmy, as soon as the world decides that we're free and that it's okay to see
You're
people
hugging again.
Oh, I've been hugging this whole time, but when the world decides that it's okay for everybody,
yeah, when you were at the farm, when you were leaving, you're like, "Can I have a hug?"
You're fucking right. You know what? I believe in connection. I believe in community, and I believe in my immune system. So I'm going to give you a hug. I'm sorry.
I don't like people touching me.
As we know,
I always ask first.
You're going to get it anyways, so it doesn't matter if you hug anyways.
But
I know Marcel wouldn't
on.
even hug me when I left Nova Scotia when I was there. He wouldn't
because
even
I don't like people touching me, and I'm not a huggy person. I'm going to fuck everybody up when this thing's over, because I'm just going to go up and hug everybody I see. And scare the shit out of them.
Now he's craving it.
I love it.
Lenny's probably going to run and hide.
Dale's laughing.
Yeah, I'm not a touchy feely guy.
Yeah, well, you're getting a big hug too, buddy. I don't know how long that could last for, because I'm not a touchy feely guy.
You'll get a big punch
save
too.
One for me, okay?
No, Lenny, you'll give me a big hug back. You miss me.
Paula is a really good hugger as well, and I've had some hugs from witchy poos that are just like, wow, the energy that comes off of this person is just like, whoa.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So.
See, I think that's why I like hugging people. So strange story. I ended up working for UPS, and the guy that was responsible for driving the truck to and from the mall, I would go up there and deliver the mail. But when we started talking, and he smoked weed, I smoked weed, we started chatting. One day I was like, hey, give me a hug. And I was like, whoa, whatever energy you have. Like, this guy very quickly became my brother. Like, when I tell people I have a brother, this is who I'm talking about. There's just this like energy, the talks that we could have. It was like very, oh my God, conspiracy. We talked about every single one of them. Like, he's one of my favorite people to like. yo, have you heard of adrenochrome? And he's like, yeah, I know exactly what that is. And then he sends me a bunch of articles. And
you know who I had that happen with was Jennifer Collette when I first met her. We connected and we just sat there and yapped for hours. And after all the stuff was where we all were. Just some people have that energy that draws you to them, right? And then obviously in the reverse, some people expel you with their energy.
Like magnets, right?
Yeah, I'm getting real sick of negative energy. That's what I'm just like trying to stay out of that fucking.
We need some positive energy. Lenny, do you have your game with you?
I was just wondering that.
You missed.
Right out of my
glasses are like way over there. Let's see if I can.
When you have while you're getting one out, you have to watch the show when you're done. You have to watch the video because Little Miss Muffet there sat on her tuffet and ate some
sauerkraut,
and then almost chucked.
It was disgusting.
I haven't had sauerkraut since I made it in college in my micro lab.
You know what? I like coleslaw. Coleslaw is good.
Laboratory.
Yeah. Laboratory.
Wait, what? Shit. In a lab?
Yeah.
Microbiology.
Sauerkraut.
Second year, I think it was second or third year microbiology or whatever I did it. We made our own sauerkraut, fermented our own stuff.
But why?
Some places make beer.
Because you can.
Because it's fermentation.
That'd be all right.
It's a chemical process.
Yeah.
It's science.
Yeah. Look at our friend David. He's always making cheese at home.
All right. You guys ready? I can actually read it.
Oh, you can read it. What is
how it? You can see me leaning back. How many rabbits does it take to screw in a light bulb?
How many rabbits or rabbis?
Rabbits.
Rabbits don't have opposable
two different jokes.
Yeah.
I don't like that one. That's kind of a stupid one.
I think that one.
Yeah, I don't
little...
get that.
The other side.
What's the answer?
There's no answers. This is all about just getting high or socializing.
You come up with the answer.
Right.
Yeah.
Next.
No opposable thumbs.
Yeah.
Okay, that would be.
I think there's no rabbit could ever screw in a light bulb.
If everybody was macrodosing on mushrooms or acid, that might make a more logical question.
All right. What rhymes
with... Try that next week.
What rhymes with the word orange? Now, this is actually something I'd like to think about.
They say there is no word that rhymes with orange.
I have a feeling that's why this is the question.
Somebody needs to Google that shit.
Yeah.
I thought of porridge.
Trust me, lots of people have asked this question.
Porridge?
Porridge.
Orange?
Like just some like dirty type of porn.
Porridge?
You know, porridge is the act of sex with
porridge porn.
No.
Porridge porn. Porn.
No.
Well, if it was pronounced oranges, you could say it's like phalanges.
No.
I still heard porridges.
So there is one word.
What is it?
There's only one perfect rhyming word for orange, and it's sporange.
Sporange.
And a sporange is an old botanical term for sporgium, the portion of a fern in which asexual spores are created. So it's a sporange.
You didn't fucking know that. You Googled that.
The more you know.
I said I was Googling it. Fucking trying to Google that shit.
I bet you if you asked Alexa, she wouldn't know. So good thing you used Google.
Yeah.
You got Alexa there, Al, or somebody?
Hey, Alexa. What rhymes with orange?
Well, Lorange sort of rhymes with orange. If you happen to be writing a poem about a prominent hill in Wales, you're in luck.
So they say Lorange.
Lorange.
Maybe if we're French.
A hill in Wales. Yeah. I like sporange better.
Okay, pick a new one.
Asexual spores. Right. Oh, yeah, keep going. Don't put that thing away.
I always think when this happens, this is like when we hit rock bottom on the show, isn't it?
Hey, can you hold it up and show us?
The highlight of the show.
Yeah, it's a segment. It's fun.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is an interesting. We need Darcy here too. All right.
Can you show it so we can see it, or no? Is it too small?
I can try.
I can barely see it.
No, it's Lenny can't read. You guys can.
Upside
down. Who is most likely to be arrested for public indecency?
Me.
Darcy.
No, me.
I'm actually offended that nobody said me.
You just came paintings.
We should point out that today is go to work naked day.
Is it?
It is.
Right.
I had company.
Y'all are lucky this ain't my work.
I would vote myself least likely.
Yeah, I would too.
And here's the other side.
Oh, who is the biggest slob?
Ooh.
Who is the biggest slob? Darcy. Only because
I always vote Darcy no matter what the question is.
Well, because I worked with him so close and I've had to pick up after him. So.
I can be.
Ouch.
I think everybody can be. It's just how much of a slob can somebody be. And it depends on what your definition of a slob is. Because some people could be
I'd say I'm unkempt.
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 Unshaved, no haircut, dirty clothes.
There's certain things that I'm like really anal about, and then like my bedroom, like I would never, I never make my bed.
Yeah, the dog just rips it apart, anyways.
No, but there's certain things I don't give a shit about, like my bed or my bedroom's kind of two of the things. But
a lot of people are like that. Throw your clothes in the corner.
My bedroom's always going to be a mess, but my bed's made when I get out of bed.
I'm way better than I
only
used to
from
be.
when I was in the military.
Yeah, me too.
Like when I was in college, right? Like nobody was allowed to touch my like CDs or my video games, or everything's in alphabetical order. And
oh yeah, there you go.
I was one of those fucking guys.
Yeah.
Did you get beat up a lot?
No.
This is a
Not
damn
yet.
big one.
No, I'm trying to think. No,
I'm
not
just
really.
listening in the background.
Trying to think about it. Not really. I would get really mad a lot.
Yeah.
Like you weren't allowed to borrow my CDs and shit like that. So.
Oh yeah. All right, another question.
Oh.
Lay another one on us. These are fun. I
like
these.
that. I like that I can actually put them up and you guys can just fucking read them now too.
Yeah, that makes it easier for you.
It's a lot easier on me.
They got to be right side up though. You got to start the other.
There you
What
go.
is the most absolute disgusting thing that each player has had to sit through?
Ooh, now that's a question.
Absolutely
I know.
disgusting thing somebody has had to sit through.
I got up.
The question was, what's the most disgusting thing you've ever had to sit through?
Eating sauerkraut.
Oh, God. You didn't eat it.
No.
Technically, you didn't eat it.
Sit through or do?
I'd have to say
I would open either way.
I've got an answer for that. I had
Go
to
for it.
clean shit out of a sink in the student center of Durham College because I was a cleaner and somebody thought it would be funny to put a turd. They literally climbed up on the sink and left a big, looked like a Nike swoosh, and then put a business card in it for breakaway tours. I'll never forget it. I was pregnant. I was eating my lunch when the lady came and said, I need you to come upstairs and clean the bathroom. And I was like, okay. And I went to get up. She's like, no, I think you might want to finish your lunch now because you're not going to want to eat
I
afterwards.
had to do something like that. I had to do some community center work, and I did it at the Jewish Community Center in downtown Toronto. And there was some pretty gross things that happened like that there. Yep.
So I, years ago, used to do a lot of work with hydraulics. And I got called to the rendering plant. And I don't know if you know what a rendering plant is, but it's a place where they bring all of the dead carcasses, hides, guts, and whatever's left over, and dump it into a big vat and then grind them up. and they were having problems. So I got called to go check this place out. When you walk in, it's like 100 degrees warmer than it is outside, no matter what time of year. And the smell that hits you is disgusting.
Yep.
And there I look, and there's a guy standing in the pit with a pair of hip waders on, and it's up to his chest. And he's reaching down with a knife, and he's cutting hides off the auger because they get jammed on the auger, and it jams up the auger. That's why they wanted me to be there to see if I could make it better for them. And the whole time I'm trying not to gag while I'm in there just from the smell watching this guy do this. So then we go off to another part of the plant and a few other things. And the guy finally says, well, let's go to my office. So we go to his office, which was outside in one of those trailers. And to walk through it was the break room. And the guy that was in the pit was sitting there eating his sandwich. And that's when I almost puked. Because that's got to be the worst, most disgusting smelling place I've ever had to be to. And I've been to fish plants.
I worked at temp place at a dog, I can't remember, dog chow or something like that, but it was canned food. My job was to hit the cans when they got jammed. Right, in the water. While they were heating, they put them in to sterilize them.
Yeah.
They bounced around. That was my job. But the break room, you had to walk through the whole plant, and I mean the same situation, like carcasses and hides and everything all over the place because they just put them into a big grinder and grind it up for dog food.
Yeah, well, that's Purina owns this one.
Okay, so it was probably Purina, you know. But here,
this one that I was into was Purina.
Yeah, it's gross. Not fun at all. So
next question.
Yeah, I'm trying to think myself. I've had all kinds of stinky shits in the hospital where I worked and old
sick people. Did you have to do any kind of doctor stuff like rounds and learn how to deal with patients and stuff like that as well?
Oh yeah, well, we went on rounds, but I didn't actually have to touch anyone.
So you didn't have to engage.
You didn't be in the pharmacist.
Yeah, there you go.
The guy that doesn't like touching, feeling.
Here's your drugs.
Oh, there's a reason I'm not a nurse or a doctor.
Yeah.
But no, it's usually related to shit and smell and stink. This is actually a really good question, and I actually think I have the answer, but I'll let you guys go first.
Got to make them big again.
Okay, make you big again. You can make them big too, buddy.
What comic strip best describes
our group of people?
So this show, I have my answer. I won't say it though. Actually, I have two answers.
Comic strip or cartoon?
I'll go with either.
I have an answer right there behind you.
That's funny, Ren and Stimpy.
All right.
Yeah, what's your answer there, Lenny?
I'll let you guys go first. Keep going.
I think Mystery Men.
Mystery Men.
Yeah.
Mystery Men.
Yeah. Because we're like a group of misfits, but we all have our own superpowers.
Scooby Dooby Doo.
That's what I was going with. Someone just stole my Scooby.
Oh, sorry, man. Just jumped out of me.
And I don't know why, but I still want to say the Flintstones for some reason too. I'm not sure why.
I want to be Fred.
I was thinking along the lines of Bickleberry.
That's funny. I want to be Dino.
Bloom County. I don't think I've ever.
No,
seen
you're
Bloom
Betty.
County.
Betty there, Marianne.
Betty.
Yeah, I would say Gilligan's Island.
Yeah, you're the skipper.
Yeah. Well, I was leaning
Mary
Scooby.
Jane is Marianne for sure.
Hello, dog.
Or Ginger. Which one?
No, Marianne.
No, Marianne.
We called her Marianne. She looks like the original.
She actually,
Marianne.
there was a picture one time, and she actually looks like Marianne from Gilligan's Island in the pictures.
Yeah, one of her
Speaking of pictures and Sunshine Girls, guess who was the Sunshine Girl today?
You?
Me.
Again?
Janice. No, Janice.
No, Janice was. Who? Who?
The old me. Yeah, they won't let me. They won't let me change my name on my old photos. So.
Why not?
I don't know. I guess I signed because I signed the contract. Under Janice because I was Janice then. So.
Yes.
Whatever. It's cool because you get to see me before I actually made the transition into Mary Jane, and if you look at me and my face and look at the body, whatever. But if you look at me, you can see a difference in the sunshine photos from like.
Okay, now I have to go and find your pictures. Hold on.
Just Google sunshine girl and
Yeah, I know. I know.
I think it was my blue dress one. I don't know.
But do you get the logic of the Scooby Doo in the game?
Yes.
We need to get a 420.
We kind of talk about conspiracies and mysteries a lot, and Shaggy was definitely a pothead.
Like, really, what was in those Scooby snacks?
Exactly.
See, I think we should get a 420 van. That would be cool with the logo on the side.
I thought about it. Okay, I got a whole bunch of pictures here. Hold on.
Oh, wonderful.
Here we go.
Whole bunch, eh?
Well, I just Googled you, so. Here we go. Sunshine
Girl.
Set
the share screen up and flash through some pictures.
Yeah, here we go.
Don't believe everything you read.
Look at the wall. I can see them.
I can't see anything. I can only see me drinking my tea.
You can't see anything? Oh, wait, hold on.
They can't see them. I'll show them.
There we go.
No.
There we go. Okay, so
oh
here
no,
we go.
just go to the those aren't the right ones.
I know. I'm just looking. Come on now.
Go to the Toronto Sun website.
This is the Toronto Sun website.
No, you're on Google search.
No, I'm on.
No. Go into Google search and type in Toronto Sun or Sunshine Girl.
I'm already there.
Don't type in my name.
I'm already there.
But that's not today's, Al.
Okay, so we'll go today's. Toronto Sun.
That's an older one even.
Sunshine Girl. Sunshine. Goyle. Sunshine Goyle.
Goyle. It's a Goyle, not a boil.
There she is.
That's the one.
Okay, so here we go. We'll do this here. There we go. Well, it's too big to get. So is it somebody get poke in the eye?
Look how young and.
How long ago was this? This is before.
Yeah, this is like 2018, like the beginning of 2018. This is actually just after I lost a bunch of weight, and I was like, "Damn, I need to get photos."
Cool.
Yeah, that's a me.
That's a me.
Hey, it's MJ.
MJ.
That's my equivalent to it's a me, Mario. It's MJ.
Yeah.
Hey, it's MJ.
All right, everybody. Well, we never heard Dale's most disgusting thing.
Yes, Dale.
Jeez, I don't even know what it would be. It would have to be working in the barns. I used to do farm service in the Maritimes. Go around to all the different farms, repairing farm equipment and stuff like that, installing new stuff.
Okay, I thought you were going to say you were inseminating cows or something.
No, but it would have to be something to do with that.
Yeah.
It would have to be. I saw some nasty stuff.
Yeah.
Hillary said Bloom County. She thought that.
Yeah, she's put a leak up. It was a comic strip.
Speaking of disgusting, Jackass Forever opened this weekend.
What?
What's that?
The movie Jackass 4 Forever.
Oh,
really?
Jackass
4.
Okay. It's called. It's number 4 movie, but it's called Jackass Forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah,
I am a giant Jackass fan.
So
I'm not a fan of his. No, I'm not a big.
I didn't really like Jackass, but I did like Bad
He's
Grandpa.
in a few movies that are good, but I'm not into the Jackass shit.
But he's tamed down a lot, so I want to see what this show is going to be like.
He had to. He's broken all the fucking bones in his body. He had to.
Yeah, but he had fun. Right?
I miss Evel Knievel.
We did the same things when we were young. We did all kinds of stupid shit, and then we pay for it later when we get older.
Oh, yeah. I'm paying for it now.
I do find it a little excessive when you piss on a snow cone and eat it. Just saying.
Yeah, that's
that's the stuff that I'm like, okay, you want to take a shopping cart with your buddies down a hill? We've all thought about it, you know.
Yeah.
You want to film it? Even better. Just that whole like I'm saying, the snow cone thing.
That one's kind of gross.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what I did this week or over the last couple weeks?
What's that?
I finally watched Game of Thrones.
All of it?
All of it.
What did you think of it?
It was 8 seasons.
Yeah.
And normally by about the 4th or 5th, I start getting bored. I never really got bored because I got to hate so many different fucking people.
Yeah.
I used to call it Game of Thrones, by the way.
But what bothered me the most was the ending.
The ending sucked.
The ending really sucked.
Last season sucked.
Yeah, they
Or
could
the
have
ending
done
anyway, the
so
finale.
many better things for an
Did-
ending than what they did.
Yeah, it was so good right up to that point too.
Yeah.
What about this last batch of Ozark? Did you watch that yet?
I'm not an Ozark fan. I tried the
Really?
first season
I
and I
gotta
didn't
admit
get
it.
through it.
Without
I'm
giving out
disappointed.
spoilers,
I'm disappointed.
Here's
I'm
why Game of
disappointed.
Thrones was so wonderful.
Somebody else was disappointed.
I remember watching the first season.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, it's good, it's okay. And then the main character is like fucking dead. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, all right, then season 2, okay, the son's gonna take over and lead the way, and then you hit the red wedding, and again, what the fuck?
That's what I mean. It kept
was just-
interesting because there was always so many different people.
You just literally anybody could have died at any time.
Yes.
And most of them did.
And most
It's
of
like
them did.
Game of Thrones.
I've never seen an episode.
Game of Thrones.
Me
You've
either.
never
I've
seen
never
it?
seen
pretty
that
entertaining.
Or
It's epic.
Ozark.
What about
It's on
Outlander?
Crave.
Do you like that as well?
Never watched it.
Which one?
My
Outlander.
Outlander. My sister's like totally into that. They have books and everything. My
I've
mom
heard Outlander's good. I
watched
just never watched it.
Is Outlander the one with the woman that travels through time?
yeah, I think so, but I don't know. I've never seen an episode. They're not my kind of show.
Yeah.
I've seen the trailers, and that's about it.
I started watching Pam and Tommy on Disney.
How'd you like that? I saw it.
How fucked up is that it's on Disney? I just want to say
Wait,
a
Pam
show
and
about
Tommy?
It's technically
a show about the
Hulu.
sex tape.
Oh, it's not the sex tape.
It's about the sex tape.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
I've
Seth
seen the
Rogen-
sex tape, so I don't think I have to see.
No. So
Well,
Seth
no,
Rogen
it's behind the
plays-
scenes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Seth Rogen plays the what is it? The contractor that steals the
It is
videotape.
pretty based off the reality of what happened. So it's I actually remember the scandals and everything. And
Apparently, it's pretty close. Yeah, I mean, like I saw an interview with her talking about it. A recent interview with her about it, talking about it, and you know, she wasn't going off or anything like that. It was not a bad interview.
no, but I also remember like, oh,
I remember it
Tommy
happening.
Lee ran to Mexico and got married. That's true. I remember her telling the story. It's like, yeah, first time Tommy Lee ever met me, he just came up and licked my face.
Do you know
Yeah.
what year that sex tape leak was?
I don't know. It wasn't.
It's like maybe
I
It
was
wasn't as
so
good as
young.
people made it out to be.
No,
No,
but
but
it was,
I-
I mean,
I was
it wasn't of actual production.
I'm pretty sure I was in like high school.
So I was extremely young. That's why I'm curious as to what year it was. But even
I don't
I
remember.
remember.
I
trying
was
to
going to
get
say
my hands
91,
on it.
92.
Let's Google sex.
Like even I remember trying to like I heard the buzz about it and I was like, oh my god, these celebrities, you know what I mean? Like I wanted to see it too.
Yeah, but it is that era because Motley Crue were really out of the music scene. Like the grunge movement just kind of destroyed them, right? So it's around that era.
I'm looking.
So am I.
But it's funny. I remember that they mentioned the movie.
None of these articles mention anything about dates.
Okay.
Right. We're just supposed to remember these things, I guess. And it's about their life. They've had they still have
1995.
a unique.
Was that
relationship.
95?
Yeah, Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee had a sex tape stolen from their home in 1995. A scandal
that's
that
what
Well, that's what it was about, though.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Hulu drama
Hated
starring
that.
Lily James and Sebastian Stan.
Wow.
Yeah.
The winner.
Hey, yeah, hey. Before we go, Len, sorry to change the subject. I'd like to get you your take on that orange and CBD article. Did you happen to look at that I posted this week?
What was it?
That they're extracting CBD from oranges?
In Japan, yeah. It's an older article that they've reflushed out into the open, but it's still. Is there any validity to it?
Well, I know they're making it. There's synthetic ways to make CBD, and there's also heard they're making it. They can actually grow it from yeast too. So it's probably true.
Yeah.
Did you say from yeast?
I've heard that. Yeah.
Wow.
There's a way to grow it, but anyway, but mostly there's a lot of stuff in China is actually synthetic. There's a synthetic way to make it.
I in all honesty, I would prefer the stuff grown on the yeast.
Yeah, but
It'd
or
probably be
yeast or
safer.
algae. I can't remember yeast or algae, but there's a way to do it. I didn't read it, but I'm sure it's plausible.
I'm wondering, is there CBD, a viable amount of CBD in hops?
You know what? One of the Moonshiners shows, they were using hops because it has the same value as they were using hemp because it's got the same value as hops, like the same
family, I think.
Family,
yeah,
yeah.
same family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They actually crossed it. They crossed
Is that what
hop
they
and
did?
cannabis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not on that episode, but I mean, they have done it.
They've become very experimentative on that show these days. It's a really good show. Some people say that it's fake, but
Well, have you ever smelled like real hops?
Yes,
Yeah,
I've been
they're
in a brewer.
disgusting.
I've been in a brewery before.
Oh yeah, no, but like you can see how they're related.
Yeah. Well, you can ferment cannabis seed and hearts the same way you could hops, couldn't you? I would think so.
Sure
I've tried hemp wine. Have you tried hemp wine?
No.
It wasn't very good. You remember that, Marcel?
Yeah.
The hemp wine.
Ugh.
Yeah, it was. I had it with my mom for Passover. We drank it for Passover.
Do they call it wemp?
Wow.
I don't remember what it was called. They made a hemp wine and a hemp vodka. It was down in the States.
Vodka?
I don't know. And we had Warren Barblow, the mixologist guy. He's got a new product out with its hemp infused alcohol or something like that. I don't remember. I'll see if we can get him on the show to talk about it. We can't get it up here though, unfortunately.
So there's some news articles that come out today, just because we're going to wrap up here and close, and I find these kind of interesting because they're basically, it's the military is telling Ottawa to find someone else to evict the truckers. So I'm guessing Mr. Trudeau must have asked the military to go help him, or maybe the mayor of Ottawa, but the military has said no. And the Liberals are trying to censor the internet again.
The Liberals are
ain't happening here.
Well, when was the last time that the military was called in for civil unrest in Canada?
I would have
I've
been
never heard of it.
Oka in the 90s? Oka.
Probably Oka.
In Quebec.
And then they've been here in Toronto for the big snow thing.
Yeah,
but that's not for civil unrest.
Yeah, that's true.
The only other time before that was in the 70s or 1970, the FLQ crisis.
What was that?
In Montreal? Or
Yeah,
Quebec?
I don't know this.
Oh, you should do your history. How Canada was almost at war with itself.
Oh, is that when Quebec wanted to separate?
My father was in a Navy ship parked right outside.
Okay, I'm gonna have to research that. That's crazy.
Yeah. You go read up on some Canadian history with the FLQ crisis. And how Justin's father was involved.
That's not surprising.
Yeah, it would have been back then. Yeah.
Or no, well, the guy that everyone claims was Justin's father. I want fucking DNA tests.
On
Give
that
that
note,
bastard a DNA test.
it's time to say goodnight on that note. All right. Thanks for listening. This is the 420 Radio Show. We're here Fridays, 7 p.m. to 9 Eastern Standard Time. Peace out. Try and be nice to people.
Love, hippie shit.
If we say Convoy for Freedom, does that get us taken off the internet?
No, but I should have played the Convoy song. Breaker 19.
Oh wait, we gotta put my banner up for Lenny.
What was your banner?
Hide. Show. There we
How
go.
do we do this?
Did you get to read the banner?
I haven't seen shit yet.
It's
You have to look at the bottom.
Look at the bottom of the screen.
Call your member of parliament and tell them to demand Justin Trudeau meet the convoy or face a non-confidence vote. That is the truth.
It is.
No one's really interesting. I've been watching CPAC a lot, the video.
Yeah.
Anytime a member of government is asked a question, they just don't answer it. They
deflect.
Ignore it.
Yeah.
I think there should be a mandate that people in parliament are forced to either answer said question or admit they don't know the answer. I think that should be a mandate in this country.
No, do you know what I think?
Answer the question.
I think that any elected official should be paid minimum wage.
Agreed.
So whatever the country's minimum wage is, that's what the elected officials will get paid for. The only people that are going to go into politics are the people that want to make change, and minimum wage will fucking go up.
Yeah, but that's the one thing I've really looked at. It's like there's zero accountability in that house. It's just like they can ask you a legitimate question: is the sky blue? Well, the sky has all kinds of clouds, and we've donated $63 billion to help reduce global warming. Yeah, but it's the sky blue. Well, the Liberal government has done everything we can to help reduce the carbon. Like, they'll just not answer the fucking question.
No.
And
I get a question answered in Parliament.
No, but I just laugh. Like, I've been trying to watch it. Like, all right, don't be just the asshole on the internet and not trying to learn. So I've been trying to watch the shit, and it's fucking embarrassing.
It's hard to watch that Candace or Pierre ask the same questions in different
and they just
ways
refuse to.
And they're like, next person is like, we appreciate the other party's questions, and we would like to, like you're saying, we'd like to talk about this. Meanwhile, you're asking about this.
And after 2 years of dodging questions, they get a full pension.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather you say I don't know the fucking answer. At least be honest.
Yeah, but the problem is none of them know the answer.
People don't know how to say no anymore.
They're either trying to hide the answer
or they say nothing.
Don't know anything.
Yeah, but just lie and say I'll get back to you.
What about the question alone? When is Justin Trudeau going to talk to the people? And
he's not.
He's
dug his fucking feet in.
To blame the people, and it's like, no.
Remember, he was doing it every day at one point. He was talking to the people every day.
But he doesn't want to talk to these people.
He did one of the video things last week, I think, or the week before that. Not too long.
But you got to look at what he did. Oh, I've been into a close contact, so I'm going to quarantine. Just before the truckers arrived, everybody started shouting that the provincial mandate for Ontario is you do not have to quarantine for a close contact.
Unless you're positive.
Unless you test positive. So right away, he tested positive.
Yeah.
And nobody even knows where he is. Even Israel is asking, where is he? Where is he hiding?
I don't even give a shit. There's this thing called Zoom.
Yeah.
Like he can, it's just a cop out.
It is.
Well, the sad thing is there are people in Ottawa that live in that area, and I feel sad for them as I understand that they're being inconvenienced right now, and all of us have been inconvenienced, the whole fucking country, the whole world for 2 years now. But some of them have not been able to sleep for 5 days, 6 days. They have children, and Trudeau don't give two shits about them because he would have done something by now. Instead, he's letting everybody get angry at everybody else.
I'll actually suggest, to be fair, and I guess we do got to go off the air, that maybe come 7 or 9 o'clock at night, don't honk the horn anymore.
I would agree. I would second that too. Let people sleep.
I wouldn't do it overnight. I would do it during the day, be respectful. But
9 to 9, grip it and rip it.
I saw a tweet from a lawyer that says that they've been open and they've had no problem staying open, and they've only had like 1 or 2 minutes added to their commute to get there, and they're 450 meters away from the Parliament.
Well, now they're going to focus on the assholes that are there now.
That's it. You hear about the woman through mainstream media, the woman who burned the flag. But what you didn't see is the woman who tried to stop the woman from burning the flag on Parliament Hill.
The last
she
few
says,
days,
this is not what we're here for.
Yeah.
So
the last few days, it's been very negative press on what's going on in Ottawa.
Well, yeah, because they don't want it to be positive, because then other people will join in on the movement.
Well, the threats are being thrown now by the authorities.
But
we'll see what happens.
But if they keep us fighting with each other, then we're not going to fight with them. And that's what we need to realize, is if we stop fighting with each other, no matter what your race, age, vaccination status, and start looking at the government for answers, that's when we're going to be stronger.
Right. Because we have to basically fix our government, remove the liars, and put people in there that will actually do right for the people, not for the corporations that are controlling them.
Well, that's interesting you say that, because currently GoFundMe has frozen to inspect and go through all of the donations. And I've been watching it because it's actually dropped by $100.
I just read, Mary Jane, that they have flat out said they're done.
Okay, so I've been watching and re whatever, and every time I refresh, the number keeps slowly going down.
Yeah,
which tells me that some people's their payments have been reversed. But
we were talking about that before you got in. That they've actually sent back some donations. But
that's fine. If you think that cause has not had an email money transfer address set up this entire time,
they've already said that they have an alternative.
Exactly.
You can email. Yeah.
Exactly. But this is it's crazy to think that we even need to do this.
The government doesn't like to lose, so they're going to try every trick they can to win. So the people are basically going to have to stand up against the government, the same as it's been done for centuries, because the people have had to stand up and fight their tyrannical governments. And if you're being forced to do something that's against the Constitution, criminal, or the charter rights, whatever you have for your country, then you have that right to stand up against that tyrannical government. Our problem is in this country is if Trudeau can get Parliament to turn around and pass the Emergency Measures Act, we're fucked.
Yep.
We're totally fucked. And this is why all of our MPs should be demanding a vote of non-confidence in the Parliament right now on Justin Trudeau and his actions. He hid when the Wee scandal. He hid from Lavalin. He's hiding from COVID. Anything that goes against his words, he's going to go and fucking hide. And that's not right.
And
not when they're supposedly the leader of our country.
You know what tomorrow is? It's the second weekend, and from what I've heard,
yes, it is.
A lot more people are headed that way. So it'll be interesting when we get together next week.
Well, and here, and we're not too far from Ottawa.
I'm actually headed to Toronto tomorrow, and like I said, I'm going to check out Queen's Park because I'm nosy and I want to see what's going on.
Yeah.
So, but I'm not taking my car.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. And on that note, we're going to say goodnight.
Anything.
Yeah, we're going to say goodnight. Be safe. And like I said, Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
So what are you doing? Nothing? Why not?
Trying to get on this Lifestyle Radio website.
Sounds like a cool website.
Yeah, it's alright. Oh, wait, I might have it.
You might have it.
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
The opinions expressed during this show are those of the individual participants and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of their associated organizations or Lifestyle Radio.